Hi there, Facebook land. I'm Michelle,
I'm Jim.
and we're from A Teak of Your Own. It's another Motivational Monday.
Yep,
Woohoo!
Motivational Monday.
Yay! Yay!
Yay.
What's so funny?
Nothing.
Oh, I think
Just
it
the
is funny.
yays.
Yay! Oh, well, it's good to be motivated.
Yeah,
It really is. It's good to have something positive,
right.
and to think about positive. One of the organizations we belong to is the Motivational Speakers Bureau.
Yep.
And I had to record a short video for that, and I talked about training your brain to find the positive and to find the good that's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
It is.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about right now.
No.
Well, today we're going to talk about
What do you want?
I know exactly what I want.
Well, that's good because most people don't.
I know.
And that's one of the issues that a lot of people have is when it comes to setting goals and trying to figure out where they're going to go with their organization or with their lives, they leave out a critical step. It's amazing when you see all of these goals programs. I've seen several of these, and it always seems to me that they leave out the one absolutely crucial step.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you got to figure out what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean, and I had this discussion with our daughter the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and she started telling me, oh, I want to do this kind of work, and I said, no. I said, what do you want?
Yeah.
What? She said, well, I want to be good. No. What do you want? I said, be greedy. Or think greedy. What people tell us is greedy. It's not greedy.
No.
It's just determining what it is that you want out of life. And like I said, the doing good work and doing, yes, that's all fine and good.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean is, do you want a car?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of a car? Do you want a house?
Yeah.
What kind of a house?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want the house?
Mm-hmm.
Those kinds of things.
Yes.
Do you want to take vacations?
Mm-hmm.
How many every year? Where do you want to go? And in the discussions with my daughter, I finally got her to thinking about that kind of thing.
Right.
And it was interesting because I found out something I didn't know. She wants to go to Japan for a month at some point.
Well, I know she wants to go to Disney World over there.
I have a joke about that, but I'm not going to tell it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I'll just keep it to myself.
and
Inside joke.
she's very much into anime.
Yes.
And Pokemon was part of our lives for
Many years. Yes,
Too many years.
we were doing some cleaning yesterday
First,
and found some Pokemon cards and promptly threw them out.
first it was with Jeffrey and then it was with Kate. So
Yes.
we had Pokemon
In our lives
20
for,
years, I think.
about 2 decades.
Yeah.
You can tell we were thrilled about that. But found out she wants to go to Japan for a year, for a month, excuse me, and because she just wants to see the country and the culture. She doesn't want to live there because she was telling me that it's kind of a hassle to live there, and I guess living there as an American can be a pain, and then just a lot of things that you have to do apparently with their culture. It's very different
It is.
on how they do things,
Yeah.
and a lot of it can be
That's good.
a real process. So
It makes you appreciate other cultures.
yes, so she says she wants to visit,
Mhm.
but she doesn't want to live there.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
And she said she wants to take 4 vacations every year.
Okay.
Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. And she wants to buy a condo.
Okay.
So, and that's the kind of thing that I was talking about. And that's the kind of thing that we're talking about.
So once you know what it is that you want,
Then you can figure out how to go get it.
yes.
Yes, and that's the key. So if you've never gone through that process of truly figuring out what is it that you want, and again, this is one of those exercises where you get to be, I don't want to say greedy, selfish. You get to be a little bit selfish because if you don't know what it is that you want, then
You'll never get it.
you'll never get it.
No.
Yeah, and so and it needs to be concrete.
Mhm.
Right down to, and you hear people talk about vision boards,
Mhm.
and that's one of the things that you do there is figure out what those things are. Right down to, again, with the car, what kind of car, what model, what features do you want in it? Understanding that by the time you get to it, features in the cars may be different. It's changing
And
so
it's
fast.
probably a future year.
Yeah, right. Your house, very specifically, what size house, how many rooms, how many bedrooms, what do you want the rooms for? With your kitchen, what do you want your kitchen to look like? What sort of wonderful whiz-bang appliances do you want? Details. Map out the details. And the reason this is so important is because then you can draw that image in your mind of exactly which one, and it gives you something to focus on. And it's even better if you can get pictures of what it is that you want to get.
Most people are visual people.
Right.
They learn through visualization. They're motivated through seeing things. So being able to get a picture and make those vision boards makes sense.
Right. And then understand also that going through this process, again, doesn't make you greedy, doesn't make you selfish. It's just if you're going to be here and you're going to do good work for other people, you might as well get something out of it. Otherwise, what's the point?
Right.
What's the point? You might as well be, one of the brothers over at St. Vincent College. That's where I started teaching when I was up here. But they have to take a vow of poverty.
Yes, they do.
So
the monks do.
Yeah.
The priests don't.
The priests don't, but the monks do.
Yeah.
And so that means, they can never technically own anything.
No.
And that's fine if that's what you want to do, but I don't think that's for most of us. I have no desire to take a vow of poverty.
No.
So, but you have got to figure out and take the time, go through that process, sit down, write it out, figure out this is truly what I want, because that's what's gonna motivate you.
Yes.
That's what will get you going. And understand that in the process of doing what you're doing, where you are helping people, you're doing good things.
Yes.
You're out there creating value for others. Understand, it's okay to make a profit. I'm going to write a whole book about that. I am.
I know.
You know. It's okay. There's nothing it's essential, as the book that I write eventually will hopefully convince you and show you that it is critical that you make a profit for business or as an individual, and I'll talk about that. It's something that has to be done. It's just the way the world works.
But you're not going to be able to get there unless you can figure out what it is that you want.
Right. And that goes back to your why. And it is okay for your why to be a car and a house and vacations and being able to go to 5-star restaurants and enjoy life. Why not?
Yes.
Why not reward yourself with a good life for doing all of the hard work, for helping other people live their best life?
Yes. The reward for a good life is a good life. So if you live your life right, if you do right by others, if you are a good person, then you should be able to benefit from that.
Right. And you can also talk about the amount of money that you want to have. It's unfortunate in our society, we have been taught not to talk about money. We've been taught to, that's just something I was watching earlier today. And it was Dave Ramsey talking about the 4 myths of business. And one of them is that, business is evil. No, it's necessary. I've even had this discussion with some of my students. I've said in my classes that conducting business, because you hear people all the time saying that, commerce and trade, it's dehumanizing. And I've made the case to them that it is actually one of the most humanizing things you can actually do, because none of the animals do that. None of the animals trade green pieces of paper for, stuff, services and goods. So it's one of the most humanizing things that you can do. And it's one of those things that I think it's actually pointed out in a book that I used to have my students read, and we discussed when I was teaching the capstone course. I did this for a couple of years, and it was a book called Thou Shalt Prosper by Rabbi Daniel Lapin, which was mentioned by Dave today. That's what made me think of it. And that was a book that I introduced into the class as a means of trying to get my business students to understand why business and conducting business the right way
Mm-hmm.
is crucial.
Yes.
And again, part of that is you've got to know what it is that you want to get out of it. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Dream big. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting a mansion.
No.
Or a house right on the beach.
No.
I think somebody has that goal.
Lots of people have that goal.
I'm looking at someone who has that goal.
Otherwise, there wouldn't be lots of houses on the beach.
That is correct. That is correct.
So, think about what it is that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Write it down.
Write it down.
At that point, you can then begin the process of setting your goals
Yes.
to get what it is that you want.
Right.
Because that's part of goal setting is you need to know what it is that you want, so that way you can come up with the goals to get you there, and then all the different steps to reach those goals.
Right. And so that's something that we will be talking about in future
Yeah.
Facebook Lives.
We can do that.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little more about the goal setting process. But so if you're going to follow us in this process, that's the first thing you need to do. Figure out what you want. You know, what do you want?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. And if you want to learn more, where could they go?
Oh, where can they go? Well, they can obviously go find us on Facebook,
Yes.
which is where we are right now. They can connect with us on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Or better yet, they can go to our website at teagueofyourown.com.
Nice.
And we've been promising some exciting things coming. I'm going to try to get stuff out as soon as I can. We're a little busy little stretch right here. But we've got some, we're going to have some free things.
Yes.
Some things you'll be able to go on there and it will give you an opportunity to see what we're all about and to kind of experience us beyond the Facebook Live environment. At this point, I think we're planning on, I'm close to starting the blog, working on the podcast. Again, those are all going to come here very soon. We've got one free item with I want to call it a short course, a little mini explanation that we probably just need to go ahead and get that up on there. Get that.
That'd be nice.
And then we're going to put up 2 or 3 mini courses. They're not going to be long.
No.
But they'll be totally free. And again, it's to give you an opportunity to see, what we do.
And we actually want your feedback on it.
Yes, and we want your feedback on it.
That way we can improve upon what it is that we've created.
Right. And then you can also, we're going to set it up to where you can provide that feedback. Also tell us, what you think of the topics that we're presenting, because they're going to be portions of what we plan on being much larger courses. And then also any suggestions for classes that you might like for us to, create. Any courses that you, topics that you might want us. If we have the expertise in the areas, then we will do it. If not, we'll find somebody else who can, or point you in the direction of somebody that can, because we're connected to several different organizations now. It's amazing. Just added another one essentially here recently.
So let us know.
Yes.
Put some comments here. Go to the website. Go to LinkedIn. Let us know what you think. Send us your questions. Keep us in the loop. Let us know how we can help you.
Yes, how we can help you.
How we can add value to you.
Right, how we can help you, reach your goals, desires, help you become successful, because that's what we are all about. Because I am definitely all about that. I love when people are successful. I love hearing people's stories. Always makes me feel good, especially when they're doing really great things, and it gets me thinking, I could do that too. Yeah. And I know that when people are doing great things, when they're running successful businesses, that's better for all of us, because they're creating wealth and they're growing the pie.
Exactly.
And we really need that now more than ever. We need that pie to grow as fast as we can get it to grow, because people are hurting. People need jobs. People need a way of being able to support themselves. They also need the messages of hope. And so anything that we can do, we are ready to help.
Yes.
So
contact us. Let us know what we can do for you. I think that's about it.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
We will see you next week.
All right.
See you later, Facebook
Bye,
land.
everybody.
Bye.